Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, I have two pretty infuriating updates to share with you guys about the missing House members. So, you might recall I recently mentioned there was a New Jersey Republican. His name is Tom Kean Jr. He has been missing in action. And then there's a Florida Democrat named Frederica Wilson. So Kean, as I mentioned, he has been out of DC. He has not been seen in DC. He has not voted on any legislation since March 5th. And all his staff will say is he's dealing with a personal medical issue. And then they keep saying, oh, he's going to be back soon. And yet, here's what a journalist wrote in a report. This is from Notice News Outlet. So they said Kean had kept trading stocks. He submitted financial transaction reports to Congress, digitally signed on April 13, that indicated he bought and sold shares of eight stocks from mid to late March with a combined value of between 50,000 and 190,000. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice that our public servants, quote unquote, have enough cash on hand that they can bet somewhere between 50 to $190,000 on the stock market, all at the same time taking off months from work without any explanation? Don't you wish you had a job like that? Oh my God. They're literally collecting a paycheck from us and getting healthcare and getting the top of the line free healthcare from us as taxpayers. And this guy is just MIA for months and trading stock. It's so infuriating. So there was a journalist who went to Kean's home, the one who wrote that article, and the neighbors told the journalist, "Oh, we haven't seen anybody in weeks. Like not just him, but we haven't seen his wife. Like the house has been dark. There's nothing going on, no activity over there." So all of a sudden, as the journalist is there, Kean's wife pulls up. Her name is Rhonda. So she pulls up, she starts unloading her trunk, they said. And when they asked her, what's going on with your husband, she said, oh, I can't comment on that. And then I guess she had a friend that showed up. And so they scurry inside the house, shut the door. So that's all bizarre. That's irritating. And then it gets worse because according to the New Republic news outlet, Kean has been traveling. At least that's what he recently reported in his FEC reports. Take a look at this. So, based on what Kean has reported in his Federal Elections Commission report, in mid April, so in the middle of him being gone, just vanishing, he was in San Francisco, California. He apparently took an Amtrak train ride at some point. He used, they said, several rideshare apps. So he was like using Uber and stuff. So he must be documenting this as a congressional expense. So it gets more bizarre by the moment because they're saying, "Oh no, he's out because of this medical condition." Well, then how are you expensing your travel on the opposite side of the country? Right? Because he's a New Jersey representative, supposedly, not too representative of the people these days. And then on top of that, he signed off apparently on travel expenses for his staff during this time because Kean's chief of staff, he received approval to take two different business related trips. And then about a week ago or so, Kean did a phone interview with the New Jersey Globe. And here's what he said, with at least in part. He said, quote, "My doctors are confident that I'm on the road to a full recovery. I understand the need for public transparency, and I appreciate the support of my constituents. I anticipate that in the next couple of weeks, I'll return to voting and to the campaign trail." Okay, so again, that was like a week or so ago. Still hasn't shown up And now he put out another statement saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be back any day now. Doctor said everything should be good." And he had said, "Oh, my prognosis is good. Doctor doesn't expect any long-term effects or chronic health issues." So, is his doctor here in California? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just going to wave the bullshit flag because you're too sick to come to work for months at a time, but yet you are traveling to the opposite side of the country. You're riding around on a train, you're in Ubers, and you're healthy enough to worry about trading stocks. I call bullshit. I call total and complete bullshit. And then people were saying, like, hey, can you get us like a video? Like, we don't even know if this guy is still alive, if you're just all making this up. And the his office response was, "Oh, where he is, there are no cameras." So he can go on a train and there's no cameras. He can go in an Uber or one of those other rideshare cars and he can't use a phone and take a video or make a phone call. Like, this is such bullshit. Such total and complete bullshit. And then this next one pisses me off as well. So, this is about the 83-year-old Democratic House member named Frederica Wilson. So, you guys might recall she also went missing. She was gone for about a month without explanation. I mean, she's still gone, but at that point, when I had told you guys about it, she'd been gone for about a month. So, people were speculating, like, oh, she's going to step down because she's gotten so much older. Her representatives were saying, no, she had this major eye surgery. She is going to be back. She's going to be running for office. That is not even an issue. Well, Wilson herself told Axios, this is a direct quote. She said that that whole rumor was, quote, a crazy, crazy rumor. I'm almost distraught. It's not true. I am still planning on running. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what we just found out? That was bullshit too. She was lying too. Because Wilson just gave an interview that you see here. This is an article from the Miami Herald, and she confirmed she is leaving Congress. She is going to leave after her term is up at the end of this year. So she dragged this out. She did not give enough notice for another strong Democratic candidate to step up and spend the whole year campaigning. And now she's admitting, oh, yeah, you know what? I've actually been planning this for a while. And then check this out. She is so full of herself. Here's what she told the Miami Herald. She said, I figured if I announced that I was retiring, what would the legislature and the governor do? What would they say? Would District 24 be an easy target because Frederica is no longer there? I'm a strong candidate. With me not here, would that weaken the survival of District 24? First of all, stop referring to yourself in the third person. Like, seriously, these people have egos the size of like a small continent, maybe a large one. And then she had the nerve to say this. She said, I didn't want to gamble on this seat being taken away from us. Oh, okay. I mean, is she cognitively impaired? Because she just made it harder for another candidate to introduce themselves to the voter or to the voters, right? Like, you now have handicapped another candidate who would have had enough time to go out and meet the voters before the midterms. And then she has been missing votes over the past 30, 40 days that she's been gone at a time when our nation is falling apart, if she hasn't noticed. And if you saw the last video that I did about this, then you guys know she was perfectly fine to attend a fundraising event. But yet, "Oh, no, she had this eye surgery. She can't make it to DC and cast votes." These are the most entitled, selfish people ever. So, these are the people we're voting for. These are the people that we're putting in a prestigious office in our country who are making almost $200,000 a year. It's gotta be well over 200,000 a year when you figure in all the benefits that they're getting, all the perks that they're getting. They get to write off a good number of their meals, or they get, like, a certain stipend for their meals. I mean, it's insane what they get, and then they can't even show up to work. It is just it's insulting, it is infuriating, and I don't give a damn what side of the aisle you're on. It's bullshit. It needs to end. So, anyway, guys, I'll let you know if or when I hear more about either of these two. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.